Hey YouTube, I am back with another message, and this message is for my water signs. Okay, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's tap into the water sign and see exactly what is it that the water signs need to be focusing on. And what I'm getting is, so water signs should be focusing on self reflection. Water signs need to be going into solitude. You guys need to be protecting your energy. You guys need to focus on having some patience and making sure that you are protecting your peace, but also trusting your intuition when it comes to situations of the past, trusting your intuitions when it comes to, certain people that you know who could be causing conflict in your life. It's like you're being called to use your discernment, see things for what they are. And the way that you protect yourself is by simply removing access. What I'm getting for water signs is that you need to remove your access from certain individuals in order for things to turn around. It's like you guys could be feeling like you're constantly going in the same cycle over and over and over again. And it's simply because you don't want to do the work. So, what I'm getting for some water signs is that the reason why you are constantly going around in the same circle is because you fail to do the work. And there's certain things that you guys need to get rid of. There could be certain addictions, there could be certain being very materialistic or just lacking faith, constantly giving in to temptations and vices. And this is what is restricting you, this is what is stopping you from closing out a cycle. This is what has you going in the same cycle over and over and over again. So, what I'm seeing here with water signs is that you guys need to take accountability. And maybe this is something that you could say that you have been already doing. So, put yourself where you are. But that's what I'm getting for some of the water signs. Okay, let's go. Let's see. What else do water signs need to know right now at this time? Now, for some of the water signs, you guys are stepping into this era where you're being more, things are coming into balance when it comes to your love life. Okay, you could feel intuitively that there's some sort of fire energy. You guys could be connecting. You know what I'm also getting here is that some of you could have an ancestor that is sending you love right now at this time. Some of you could have a male ancestor that could have been a fire sign or just someone that was very good looking, someone that was wise, charismatic, a leader in your life. There's somebody that is giving you some sort of intuitive nudges. They're sending you messages. They're sending you love. Okay. And for some of you, there is some sort of male ancestor that is sending someone into your life that is meant to love you. Or, even if this is like a friend, it's just some sort of person that is meant to be loving and kind to you. Also, what I'm also getting is some of you guys need to focus on pouring into yourself, pouring that love into yourself. Okay, some of you could Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius could be significant, or you could have those somewhere in your chart. Let's see what else is it that the water signs need to know at this time. This is a time for water signs for you to, the way that you balance things out is by you embodying strength. Okay. And what I'm also getting with this root chakra is also for you to Build some sort of foundation when it comes to your finances through creativity. I could be speaking to a divine masculine. There's some sort of, and for some of you, you're getting ready to come into union or you're in a union with your divine masculine, someone who embodies integrity, or you could be a masculine that's trying to embody your divine masculine energy, and this energy is not going to come um, it's going to come through you having strength when it comes to your finances, being more disciplined. And it's also going to be you stepping into your confidence and your creativity. Even with this King of Wands energy, you could be needing to step into your King of Wands energies. You could be somebody, whether you're male or female, you could be somebody that you lack some sort of, you know, confidence. You don't feel confident about yourself. And in fact, what I'm getting here, yeah, with the root, you have to, for some of you, I could feel that what I'm feeling is that you don't feel confident because you don't feel like you're financially stable, or your finances is not where it needs to be, but it's like you're not starving, you're not in need, you just want more for yourself, and it's okay to want more. But in order for this success to happen, you have to be able to sit with your shadows. It's time for you to do the inner work. So it's like, you know, your money grows just as much as you grow. So if your money becomes stagnant, it's due to the fact that you have become stagnant in some way. And it's like, it's time for you to do some sort, you know, not only should you be making plans, but it's time for you to do some personal development. Personal development is what I'm getting here. Take action on the personal development so that you could get to the, you know, financial level that you're trying to get to. And this is whether you're male or female. But I'm picking up heavy on the masculine energy, where you feel like you want to do more with your finances, but in order for you to do more and be more, you have to do that personal development. You can't skip over the work, or else you're going to constantly keep going in this same cycle over and over. The enemy will have you in the same cycle over and over and over and over again until you sit down and stand your grounds and do the work on yourself. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Heavy personal development. Yeah. And for some of you, yeah, you need to do this personal development, because every time you get in your head, you can easily get caught up by temptation. So it's like, okay, you're not feeling your best mentally, and you allow yourself to be tempted by things that are superficial. You allow yourself to, you know, give your love to people that really don't deserve you, or they have ulterior motives. And it's like, in order for you to be able to get to your next level, you're going to have to build some sort of mental strength here. This is a time for you to lock in with God and get your mind right. What else does water signs need to know right now? Yeah, gotta trust in your intuition, okay? And some of you, your intuition could be heightening on the things that you need to be protecting yourself from. Especially for some of you, what I'm seeing here too is that your intuition is telling you that a connection that you are in is no longer serving you, but you're not allowing yourself to see things for what it is. It's something that keeps you up at night. But whatever it is, there's some sort of tower moment that's getting ready to come. And after this tower moment, you know, after the chaos and the destruction and whatever sudden change, that's when this, you know, the spiritual strength is going to come in. And that spiritual strength is going to help you get to the things that is rightfully yours. But what I'm getting here for water signs is that it's time for you to, you have to do the work. For some of you, when you do this work, and you focus on your spiritual strength, that's when things are going to get moving for you. Okay. And some of you need to move away from constantly hanging out with people from your past that has betrayed you before, or people who just have ulterior motives. Okay. That's the truth. Or you're going to see the truth about certain people that have certain ulterior motives. Okay. Let's see what else does water signs need to know at this time. Intuition, high priestess, visionary. Yeah, you're meant for more water signs. You just have to believe that, and you have to be willing to do the work. So it's like you want more out of life, you want more for yourself, but you're not really fully committing yourself. And for some of you, it's like you're so focused on love when you need to be focused on loving yourself. And loving yourself is being able to be in solitude. What I'm getting for water signs is, do you know what it's like to sit with yourself? Have you guys given yourself the opportunity to just sit with yourself? No interruptions. Yeah. Trust in the places you feel guided towards. Space, time, and self. Reincarnation, 5D. Some of you guys, water signs, you guys could be the dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. You could be dreaming about a lot, but you are on this journey. Yeah, you're on this journey that's going to require for you to open your heart. And with this abundance, purification, and ego card coming in the reverse, it's like you need to allow yourself to, you see how everything is upside down here. You're not allowing yourself to sit with yourself. It's time to come home. You see this? It's time for you to get tapped in with yourself. That is what I'm getting for water signs. The message is really like repeating itself, healing, growing pains right now. And the third eye keeps coming. So it's like, you see, the third eye is here. You see how that is like an indication here. You see how they have this dot right here. Do you see that there's three eyes on this? There's something heavy about you not trusting your intuition, or you needing to trust your intuition, or some sort of intuitive gift that you have. You could be a seer, whatever it is, your gifts is heightening, and or they're trying to heighten, or whatever it is. You know what I'm also getting from this? Your intuition could be blocked. Your spiritual gifts could be blocked simply because you are failing to do the work, and because you're indulging in too much vices and things. So for some of you, it's like it's time for you to buckle down on the drinking with all this water here. Something that you're doing that you need to stop doing. Okay. Some of you need to go back to a time where you were 24, 19, or 34. There's something that you were doing around that time. There's something that happened to your life in that time that you need to revisit and let go of. Um, I'm being told to read card 24. I trust and remember my soul's mission. So, for some of the water signs, you guys could have been 14. 14 could be significant, but you guys could have been away from your purpose. You guys could have been doing a lot of things that's not aligned with your purpose, and you need to realign yourself back with what your purpose actually is. It says higher self, intuition, quantum real. You are a soul here to embark on a human journey. You chose this mission to experience, enjoy, overcome, and evolve into your highest, most authentic self. You are influenced by space, time, free will, and spirit, the third eye butterfly. This is a transcendence of your soul and a healing for the collective consciousness. We are evolving alongside spirit and the universe. There is an overarching purpose to what we do, who we are, and where we go. Deep down, we feel its call and that we have been here before. We sense that there is something else above and beyond all of this. Notice how the eyes in the artwork lovingly and confidently look at you. This is your higher self, the knowingness of your soul. Allow it to guide, comfort, teach, and center you on this great adventure. You can always connect with you in the quantum realm through spiritual practice, nature, and communicating via the heart. We are always in the 5D realm. It's just that we live in the 3D as humans, but that is not all we are. Our soul connects us to the source of spirit. See the magic mushrooms that grow by your feet. They are for you as you set off into the mystic unknown. The mushroom symbolizes the gifts and breadcrumbs that spirit and our soul have given you. Will you take them? Will you allow them to help you see? They will help you to awaken and recognize your spirit given gifts and intuition. Pulling this card has an energy of soulful remembering behind it. To listen when your soul calls you. This is your higher self gifting this to you now. They call to you to remember that this is really about that this is really all about, to not get too lost in the details of daily human life, to zoom out and to see the big picture, to rise above and come back home to your core. Do you remember, dear soul? It says connect with your higher self and thank them for the reminder. Invite them to offer more signs. Tell them that you deeply appreciate them. The energy of gratitude will put you into a state of receiving. This will help you to enhance the signs. When you go to sleep and when you wake up in the morning, send a prayer. So, for some of you, these intuitive nudges that you are getting is from your higher self. So, your higher self is telling you to get out of a situation. Your higher self is telling you to move away from certain types of friends, communities. Your higher self is telling you that you need to see things from a different perspective. Your higher self is telling you that it's time for some spiritual growth. Your higher self is telling you that it's time for change. And you have to allow yourself to go through whatever this change is, because this change that you're meant to go through is what is going to help you to get to your next level, especially when it comes to your finances. You are safe, you are protected, the worst is behind you, and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that you were set for. Lessons have been learned. It is safe for you to trust your path. So, what I'm seeing here also is like you guys need to, the reason why you have to revisit, or better, lack of better words, I should say, is the reason why you have to make sure that you are doing the introspection is because for some of you, this is for a very small portion of you. Some of you, you could have already leveled up. You could already be in a in a relationship that you feel is, you know, healthy. You could already be, in a good space, but the reason why you feel stagnant, or the reason why some of you could be having insomnia, like you can't sleep, you're these feelings and these emotions that you're having is simply because there's things that you need to revisit. There's things that you have to allow yourself to feel so that you could be able to get through them. Okay, and see things from a different perspective. That's what I'm getting here. Seeing things from a different perspective and trusting your intuition and letting your intuition guide you. You guys are I'm speaking to people, you guys are very spiritually gifted. One day when you least expect it, you're going to crash into someone who is going to be so soft and gentle with your heart. And you are going to be so glad that you kept it open. You are going to be so glad that you chose to believe it deserved more. So look at that. See this opening of the heart. So for some of you, you could have already crashed into this person that's meant to help you open your heart. You could have already met this person. And for some of you, you haven't met this person yet. But that's why you need to open your heart, so that when this person comes into your life, you will be able to have an open heart. Okay? Any closing messages for my water signs? We are always speaking to you and sending you messages. When you feel like you are alone in a situation, just know that you never truly are. We are reminding you to stop, look around, and believe in something else, something more. We've got your back. So, you guys could be with this growing pains here. You guys are going through this season where you're healing, you're learning how to have patience with yourself, and you're opening up this third eye. You're going through some sort of third eye activation. You are tapping more into your gifts, or you need to, because it's like you constantly being nudged to go into solitude, to do some reflective work, because that is where you find God. That is where you connect with your spirit team, the spirit realm. That is when you connect with your higher self. So it's like, allow yourself to go through whatever it is that you need to go through so that you could get to the next level, so that you could be able to be ready for this happy relationship that's meant to come into your life, or for this happy relationship that you are already in. But it's like you can't allow yourself to be happy because you're so, for some of you, you could be very possessive and controlling, and you want to control everything. But that's really just a trauma response, because you've opened your heart before and have gotten hurt. So there's something that different messages for different water signs, but you guys truly know what is it that you have to work on. So to sum it all up, some water signs, you guys could be in a relationship. Some water signs, you could be out of a relationship. But either way, whether you're in or out of a relationship, you can't see the full happiness that you desire, because you are spending your energy on things that are keeping you away from tapping in with yourself. You guys have to allow yourself to be in solitude and do the introspective work so that you could be able to elevate in a way that is going to come from you elevating your mindset. And make sure that you are not guilt tripping yourself or shaming yourself, because that is what keeps you on the same cycle as well. And that's what the enemy does. The enemy will play with your mind to keep you going in the same cycle over and over and over again. Okay, it's time for you to release those emotions so that the enemy can no longer play tricks on you, regardless of what your past is, regardless of the things that you've done. There's redemption for you when you repent, even if you know you feel like there's things that you could have done better. You repent and release that to God. Ask for forgiveness, but forgive yourself. It's okay to forgive yourself, especially if you did things when you were more at a younger age, because I'm seeing the ages 19, 24, or 34. You could just be those ages. Either way, this is what I have for you, water signs. It's time to self reflect. It's time to stand in your power. It's time to acknowledge those gifts that you have. It's time for you to go within. And I'm going to leave it there. See you in the next one, water signs. Bye.